Alrighty, welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with Hellfire Descent as they make their way through this bloody dungeon. Anybody want to tell us what's going on and why the party's not in trouble? For once?
We're gonna ignore my 4 levels of exhaustion in that comment.
Oh, what happened?
They've tried very hard to kill them.
I know. I watched the video.
Listen. We're just going to ignore all those failed death saves. They mean nothing.
They knew
I ain't dead yet.
Yep, not yet. And it better stay that way, or Valtar's gonna come for your ass.
Anyway.
It'll be
Anyway,
fine.
I will try and do the recap this time. So good luck with me and my piss poor memory. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So we started off with trying to figure out how to lure out the Hydra. Our first attempt of chumming the water, of course, did not work as mentioned in the last episode. Our last session. I don't know.
Either
Excuse me.
works.
And yeah. And so this time, we all came to the decision that maybe this Hydra was similar to the fire snakes, Jake and Pliskin, and that maybe it would react kindly to a Dragonborn. So we sent Memphash's ass down there, with Tortufu to try and figure out what was going on. Well, apparently, that Hydra did not like either of them, nor did it seem too thrilled whenever meat was thrown at it. Well, they returned back to us, and if I remember correctly, my child decided that she wanted to go play with said Hydra. Valtari, being extremely exhausted from being in here, went, you know what, we're going to try one more thing, and if it does not work, we'll let you do that.
The full
During
fuck
that
it
time.
mentality.
The what? Oh, fuck it mentality.
Full fuck it mentality, yeah.
Yep. During that time, Chiron remembered a comment from Tortufu about how the fountain in one of the rooms that we went into when chasing the fire snakes for the first time and going down that hallway with Reapers. So we went back and recruited Tortufu to go down into that fountain since he's the only one that can hold his breath long enough to actually explore it. Came through, found a bunch of dead ends that were pulling the water out from it, and a nest, but there wasn't much from that. So we returned once again to the beach, and Valtari, Seoza, Memphash, Tortufu, and Nelly all went into the water to tame the Hydra. Before doing that, however, I just remembered that Nelly had gone back into the room where we originally found the two fire snakes, grabbed a femur, and asked for some lettuce, which we had a little game of charades to figure out what it was. And so, with everything prepared, we went back down there. Ended up that Nelly knew what the Hydra wanted and played fetch with it and gave it some tasty veggies, and it was happy as a clam. We lured it back out of the beach and took it back to the fountain so it could return to its nest, which is the nest that Tortufu found in the fountain's water pit. And after that, we heard a big clunk and the sound of something opening, so we came rushing back to the big doors, hoping they were unlocked. And when we got there, we were kind of all going, we might need to take a rest before going any further. And so we had agreed to take a long rest, and we were just at the start of doing so.
Okay.
Did I forget anything?
Go ahead and take that hero point. I don't think so. That's a pretty good one.
Yay!
Bless you. With that being now said, we are going to return to the party while they settle in for their long rest. Is there anything you would like to do during the time in which you are resting?
Did we decide where we were going to long rest? Like, or were we just going to straight up sleep in the room with the big ass door?
The room with the big ass door.
Yeah.
It's got two entrances that are easily defendable.
I'm just saying we just unlocked the door, so whatever's in there could come out. Just is maybe we should go to that one room that's furnished and has only one entrance.
The
Where
one
the
that might
basilisk
have
might
more
respawn.
backlists?
But yeah. If this thing keeps resetting.
Yeah, but didn't this place already reset and then the blast didn't come back?
Do you want to risk it?
Tartufu, you're not getting me out of this room.
Fair enough.
I'm not fighting any more statues.
That's another thing. The statues also, when they reset, they don't attack us anymore.
No, it's only certain things they react to, like the fire snakes and the hydra. If it's just us, they don't react and attack.
No, I'm talking about the other statues, the ones on the bridge, the ones in the beach area for us. They came back, but they were inanimate afterwards.
Are you sure?
I am going to pull out my bedroll and I'm gonna lay the fuck down. This is where I make my stand. If you guys would like to leave, you are more than welcome to, but my twink ass is staying right here.
My character's supposed to be here too, right? Oh,
Who? Oh, Shiv.
shit.
Yeah, you're just not. You were here last session, so you're hidden on another layer.
Okay, cool. Oh, it didn't reset my picture.
Well, since we're staying here, Tartufo is going to head down to the double doors, like down the stairs, and set up his big ass right in front of them. So if anything tries to come in, he's going to feel it. He's going to notice.
Tortufu, the human door block. Door stopper, that's what I was looking for.
Turtle door stopper. I'm not human.
Humanoid.
Humanish.
You are humanoid.
Shiv, you got your pictures backwards. Square one goes in the avatar, circle one goes in the token.
Oh, I put it in both. I thought.
One's a square, one's a circle. But as that is going on, Tortufu is going to press his big butt against the door. What's the rest of y'all doing?
I am grabbing Nellie and using Sir Fluffington as a pillow.
He's a little matted, a little bloody, but he's okay otherwise. Nellie's
I'll give
gonna
him some
nestle in.
breast
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, although it might come off a bit weird at the beginning, but Valtori's gonna walk over to Seoza while holding her rope.
Yeah, no, that sounds pretty weird.
Yeah, she's going to. Go
He's
ahead.
gonna look up. He's gonna look up at you and raise an eyebrow.
I am going to tie your ass to mine so that you do not run off and get yourself killed.
Just his ass? That was not Tristan's voice. Just his ass?
Well, I was thinking of just doing the wrist, to be honest, or foot or something, but
If you tie his
there's a
foot,
child
he's
present
likely
here.
to trip them.
Sorry, what was that, TC?
If you tie his ankle, it's most likely going to trip him when he runs off. And then he'll be on the ground. Then he'll get stabbed. And it will be all your fault. So I would suggest against not.
She's going to huff, put the rope away, and then pout and walk to the other side of the room and plop down.
Do note he was only specifically talking about the ankle.
I know, but she's also being moody right now, so.
Fair. She's tired.
We all want out of this fucking hellscape.
Yeah.
She's stuck with a fucking stupid ass curse that she's getting pissed off at.
Fair. What is Memphis up to?
Just laying down, over top of the stairs, trying to keep an eye on Tortufu, and just sort of posting up right there, getting ready to take a nap.
Fair. You see Feyris has leaned her head down and is effectively has her head hanging over the edge of the stairs as they are going, those ones go down into this room. So she's just looking up the staircase towards where Tortufu is. Shiv, what about you?
Shiv is just going to steadily, as long as everyone agrees to go to sleep, get ready with just rest. Well,
And before we all close our eyes, should we set up shifts here?
I'm sorry, what? What was
I was just about to say, before we all close our eyes and go to sleep, should we set up shifts? Like, should we? Who's going to take first, second, third?
Arthur,
I
all
call
first,
for-
first. So Seos is offering for the fourth, Arthur is for the first.
The doors that Tortuf is up against, do they open inward or outward?
Inward.
So the only way someone can get in here through these doors is if they push past Tortufu's 400-pound ass.
You are kind of at the edge of a staircase, though, so if they kick it hard enough, they could just launch you down the staircase.
I thought it was up. I thought the staircase led up.
No, it goes down. Frith is looking up at you.
Oh. Well, either way, if someone does manage to do that, it's gonna wake everybody up.
Yeah, it's going to make Rumthash up when you land on him.
Yeah, just gonna do this to say that I'm out of the way.
Yeah, that's where Tristan was resting. You going to go hang out with Tristan?
Yeah.
Tristan will take the second watch.
I'll take first.
So you're with Arthur?
Yeah, Arthur, come up here and sit with me.
It can take first or second, or second or third.
So either join Tristan or avoid Tristan.
If you just hear Seoza from the back, you can take second with Tristan.
Here.
What?
I can take third.
And Shiv's on third?
I was going to join third as well.
Brings us to bees. So that's who's joining Seos on fourth. I guess that's going to be Law,
I can do
probably.
that. I'll join it on fourth.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh.
Law gets to get some sleep. But the first watch starts. Tortufu, Arthur sits next to you, his back against the other wall, ready to deal with anything that comes through. He looks like he's been through quite a bit at this point. After the debacles of the maze and everything, he's been taking a beating of late. But he's still got that soft smile and that eagerness in his eyes.
I gotta say, I appreciate everything you've done for us.
That's not a problem. It's part of my job, part of my oath. I gotta make sure to do my best.
That's a good oath to have. That armor looks pretty beat up, but though I do
Yeah.
know a up and coming blacksmith in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, might have to stop by myself to get my breastplate replaced. As he still isn't wearing his breastplate.
Yeah. Although I think she mostly does things with guns. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask if they can do breastplate stuff, but I'm sure the experience would be good for her.
Okay, I'll look into it. You see he leans his head back against the wooden door behind y'all. Or, yeah, wooden door. He looks relaxed. His hair is still tousled as all hell. But it's a good look for him. There's a sense of regality to him, even in these beaten and bloodied states.
Hmm. Hey, Arthur.
Yeah?
I can't put my mitts on it, but are you nobility or some kind? Oh no, you got like this air about you.
No. Naveen and I were both orphans.
You sure? I've
Yeah.
rubbed. I've seen a couple of nobilities on the ships I've been on, and you kind of remind me of some of them.
Well, I can't say that I've ever been nobility. As I said, we came up with, we were in the orphanage for a good while, but once the matron started being weird, Naveen and I took to the streets. We didn't do the best, but, well, Naveen thrived. I didn't do as well. At least not when I was young.
Uh, I know what that's like, being raised by weirdos. I was raised on a ship.
Yeah, weirdos. That's one way to put it, I guess. You see him rub subconsciously at his chest, just over, right next to where it connects to the shoulder.
Feeling some pain?
What? Oh, no, no. Just a little discomfort from the oddities of the armor. The breastplate usually takes some of the weight of the pauldrons, but since they're gone now, it's just resting on my shoulders.
Ah, you need to work on your traps.
I think I just need to get my armor fixed, then I'll be better off.
Well, when we get back to the city, I'll pay for it. You got hurt like this, defending Nelly, and I can't let that be unrewarded.
Thanks, but I got it. No worries. You've already made a great suggestion in suggesting a smith I can use.
No, no, I insist.
Well, if you're sure. Let's just make sure we both make it out of this, yeah?
We'll be fine.
Yeah. I look forward to getting out. I miss the sun.
I miss I miss good hot food. We've been having nothing but cold stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there was this real cool place I saw when Naveen and I were still in Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was this little wandering shop. It was a noodle cart. And they were good.
I like noodles. Well, when I was back in the child, my grandma would make this amazing ramen.
Yeah, I think that's what they called it. Ramen shop.
Tortuga's gonna look over at Arthur, like, and like something's gonna click in his mind. The owner of this shop wouldn't have happened to kind of look like me, would they have?
Yeah, they were a turtle. Turtle.
Old turtle
Yeah.
looked like she would, and you had bad manners, she would smack you with a spoon.
No, she was nice as could be.
Well, that's probably because you had good manners, but Did, was your shell kind of yellowish like mine?
A little bit, yeah. Now that I think about it.
You saw my granny. I thought I could have sworn I saw she was in the city, so she is in the city. Now I really can't wait to get back.
She was moving around a lot. I'll try to help you find her then. I'd really like to go for some more of those, what would you say, ramens?
Yeah, ramen. Uh, and she makes it with this special pork. It's so good.
Yeah, it was good. We'll definitely have to stop by. Oh, I
Can't
think we might. I
believe
think I might know who can help us find her. There was this girl that suggested it. Um, Young lass, real nice though. Strange hair though. Everybody says
that's
my hair
something
looks
that's
weird with how white it is, but I'm still a blonde. She actually had white hair despite her young age.
who do we know who has that? Oh, Molly, right. I was just trying to remember. We haven't seen Molly though. I forgot about her. Wait, white hair, little girl. Hmm. Did she kind of look or say things that were concerning?
No, I just said there was this good shop that I should go check out with Naveen. They make the best noodles in the area, and it'd be good for her. We were actually a little late getting out. Suppose you can say that's why we were on the bridge when we met up with you.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. And she didn't say anything that might have made you concerned that someone was what said it has been watching you for your entire life.
No? Are you okay, man?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I'm just
I see.
Tartufo kind of looks like over his shoulder, despite the fact there's a door back there.
You
Yeah.
hear small scrapes against the door.
You hear that, Arthur?
No? What's up?
There's like something scraping against the door.
Think it's something that's trying to get through?
Should we check?
He looks down at the others. Probably not the best to let it know we're here. Probably should be quiet for a while.
Yeah, we probably should.
Arthur leans his head to the side and spends the next while with his ear pressed to the door, listening. You really don't hear much of the scraping throughout your watch, Tortufu, but you are almost certain at some point towards the end you hear a honk.
Tartufo is gonna look over at Bedfash, who I hope is sleeping at this point.
Yeah, not that kind of honk.
What kind of hunk are you talking about?
A bird honk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking. I'm
Oh,
thinking
okay.
it is.
Yeah.
Arthur, did you hear that? I say in a whisper.
What? No, I didn't hear anything.
You hear kind of like a. Two people will lean in real close and say, kind of like a goose noise.
No?
I think I did. And whatever you do, don't mention it to Memfash.
Gotcha. I won't do that. But
But you will nod at him and continue his vigil.
we should probably go wake up Tristan and Valtari. It's time for the second watch.
All right. Tufu will push his big ass up and head down the stairs.
Okay.
Hey, Tristan, Valtari. Until Tufu kind of like prods them with his foot.
Already up.
Whenever you
Tristan.
walk up,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, whenever you walk over to there, you see Valtari in a position that does not look comfortable at all. Like it's some kind of contorted, but she is snoring happily whenever you come to wake her up.
Oh, look at her, all cozy and weirdly turned around like some sort of contortionist. Uh, Valtari. And Tortuga will like just poke a little more.
She will groggily respond, I am awake, as she like only raises one hand and then immediately falls back down.
Come on, it's time for you. It's time for your watch.
And she will get up with a groan, but gets up nonetheless.
You can see as you're getting up, Tristan is already sitting cross-legged, ready to take his watch. But Seoza is currently with their head on Sir Fluffington, and Nellie is just sprawled across his stomach.
Nellie is sprawled across his stomach.
Yep.
Okay.
It does not look like a comfortable sleeping position, but hey, who can talk?
Yeah. She will get a bright smile on her face seeing those two. Or technically those three. Are you going back up to the door to sleep, Tortufu, or are you going to sleep down here?
I think I'll go sleep by the door. Even if someone tries to kick the door in, I think it'll be kind of hard with me in front of it.
Alright.
And Tortuga heads back up.
Theo's going, no, wrong pink individual. Valtari is going to go and sit in front of the doors up here that they're going to go through so she can keep an eye on the doors that Arthur and Tortufu are in front of.
Fair. You can see Tristan remains where he was. He almost looks like he's dozing, but you know very well those ears are sharp. What does you do, Valtari? Will you wait away the night?
I think she would probably pull out her lyre and try and play a soft melody, kind of similar to a lullaby that she probably learned from her parents. But she's probably not going to strike up much conversation
Well, that
unless
is
Tristan
fair.
starts it.
He's staying quiet. But second watch very quickly turns into third watch without anything really going on, leading to, I believe, Shivan Law.
Shiv and Menfash.
Memphis Lodge on the fourth one with Sansa. Gotcha. As y'all are woken up and replace the guard for the third watch, the two of you do anything.
I begrudgingly wake up. Okay, I am in nothing but anger of wanting to sleep. That's about it.
Fair.
I don't know where my icon went.
Oh, did I take your vision? No, you have vision. You should be able to see.
I don't think he's on our layer though. I don't see him
see
on.
my own.
We need
token.
law, not Shiv.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Ah, there we are.
Yeah, you
Thank
were on a different layer. I didn't realize you'd gotten here.
Well, I thought I was still out in the hallway talking to a statue or something.
Nope, you're just resting. But, Shiv and Memphis, anything y'all do during y'all's rest?
Not necessarily. Well, I do. I guess walk up in the front so we can have an eye at the doors.
So wait, am I on third or fourth?
I thought you were on third. Who's on fourth? I don't remember who's on third. Who's on third watch? I thought it was Shiv and Memphis.
I was, but then I thought I did fourth, but it doesn't matter.
I guess Memphis is on third and Asher's
We'll
on
keep it
fourth.
like this. Yep.
So did two of y'all do anything, or y'all just
Yeah.
pass the time?
Just pass the time. I'm a sort of pace back and forth between here and here, just sort of small little laps, taking my time, just making sure everybody's okay.
Fair. You see Nellie has shifted, or her foot is on Seoz's face. But nothing else happens, and we move from that watch to the next, which will take Seoz and Law. Would either of you two like to do anything? As Seoza, you have to push a child foot out of your mouth, pretty much.
Fair. I will carefully scoot so Nellie basically takes the pillow that is Sir Fluffington before standing up and nodding to Asher. How are you doing, dude? You kind of got the short end of the stick in coming in here.
Doing just fine. Asher's gonna begin meditating on his watch, making sure he stays awake.
Fair enough.
Seoza is going to start pulling out the stuff for, like, he's not lighting a fire or anything too drastic, but he is going to start pulling out the stuff for breakfast so that it's ready when people wake up.
Fair enough.
Do I have...
I do not think Seoza has chef.
Yeah. No, I know I don't have that. I was thinking if I had Firebolt, which I do not.
Fair.
Because if I had Firebolt, because I don't fire because this is an enclosed space, but Firebolt could have worked for some sausage. But alas, I do not have it, and therefore we are not making a campfire in here. That's how we all die of CO2.
Yep.
So
No ventilation.
nope, none at all. So oatmeal it is.
That's kind of sad. But food is food.
It pretty much.
Do you need any help preparing said oats? Didn't think so.
Yeah. No.
I'll continue meditating.
Yeah.
The 2 hours pass in relative silence without too much going on before you'll hear the party is starting to awaken. Your long rest finished.
First thing I'm going to do waking up is get a thing of rations out and start eating.
Fair enough. Nellie is
As I
still
am
passed out.
just gonna waft cinnamon oatmeal into her face.
But you can see it's
See it
hard
that
to
way.
do because she has crawled under Sir Fluffington.
Oh. I'm gonna put a bowl of cinnamon oatmeal in front of Sir Fluffington.
He's immediately going to eat that shit. He's just like, oh, fuck. Nom, 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 nom.
And then finagle Nellie out from underneath him. Give her her bowl.
She is very sleepy. Her hair is in every direction.
It looks like I'm brushing hair while food is being eaten. Veltari and Seo's towards you.
Hold on. I muted myself thinking I was muted, so let me say that again. What was that you said?
I said Seo's is holding out a bowl of oatmeal to you.
She will grab it and give a thank you.
He'll nod. Still exhausted. Nothing like going into what's probably the final boss fight with 3 levels of exhaustion. Let's go.
Speaking of, we still have that Quiver of Alonia and Grimoire unclaimed, so if anyone needs them.
Isn't the grimoire specifically for wizards?
Yep, which y'all do not have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the Quiver is useful for anyone who uses a ranged weapon.
So, like Tristan.
Yep.
Tristan already has a heavy crossbow.
Yeah. But he's
You
the
could give
ranged
it to
combatant.
Tristan, or yeah.
Does anybody else use ranged weapons? You're the only one.
I think
This
Voltari
maybe
does.
Veltari, yeah.
I already have the efficient quiver.
Which is literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shiv, what do you
So-
use?
For
A weapon. I think he has a hammer. Or she has a
oh,
hammer.
I have a no, what's it called? A mace, right?
Mace, yeah.
That actually reminds me, I never did put you guys what your magic weapons were in the party loot. Asher and Shiv, what magic weapons did you get at the start?
We'll deal with
I
that
didn't get a
after
magical
session.
weapon.
I was,
Yeah.
as far as just what we have weapons wise.
Don't worry about it right now.
Yeah.
Well, if it's for bypassing magic or whatnot, then I still have that
No.
dagger. But
Yeah, which is his common magic item.
ah,
But yeah.
Anyhow.
Straight up, y'all's main range combatant is Tristan and Veltari.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, yeah.
then Tristan gets the quiver of Alania.
Fair enough. He will sling it onto his belt, setting it next to his normal quiver. But is there anything else the party would like to do before gearing back up for the day?
Aside from Tortufu snacking on all like a bunch of stuff, nope, that's it.
I was gonna say Tartuffu, you get 2 bowls of oatmeal.
Tortufu's gonna add some nutmeg to it.
Fair. I want it to be a known above table. I fucking hate oatmeal.
I do too.
I'm ambivalent towards it. Like, good for breakfast on a cold winter's day, but aside from that, no, thank you.
Okay. I am taking Nelly, and we're going in the middle. We're ready to go, but I ain't leading shit.
How would y'all like to go in here? Guns blazing, sneaky, sneaky. What's the
I
plan?
vote sneaky, sneaky.
Try stealth.
Poke the
Yeah.
head in, yeah.
I was gonna say Valtari would prefer to do sneaky, but she also looks at a few of her comrades and
Better to have tried and failed than to have not tried at all.
Boucher.
So, who's going to be opening the door? Shit. Or Tufu, either of y'all?
Yeah, I'll open
I-
the door.
Before we do that, I know that this was magically locked, but should we have? And she's going to point over towards Tristan.
Probably a good idea.
What are you wanting him to do?
Tristan,
Check
do
for
you see any?
traps?
Yeah.
I already looked over it, nothing there. Luckily for us.
Let's get this over with then.
All right. Shivi, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'll do the honors. And she pushes it open.
As you reach out, you see the doors open all on their own. You touch it, and then it's opening. Why? Oh, because that's why. Okay, hang on. We need to do the reveal. As you see a massive room in front of you, you see on each side the serpent statues, which are draining water into a massive pool. More interesting, way in the back, you see a large throne in which you see someone sitting.
Is it a skeleton, or
No,
does it look like it has flesh?
you can see she's moving as she crosses her legs in front of you, leaning on one arm on the armrest of the chair as she is watching, her hair seeming to move like living fire in the distance. But it doesn't seem to have a glow. You could just see it moving.
Was she clearly looking at us?
Oh, yeah.
These
It's out the window.
this hair, does it seem like it's moving like all together or like kind of
Independently.
in all directions? Independently. Oh, oh, oh God. So I'm pretty sure everyone else here is thinking the same thing I am, right?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
have
know.
no
You
clue what's
probably
going
do
on.
a
So.
lot more thinking than my character.
The character. I'm thinking a certain Gorgon is in front of us.
Gorgons are metal bolts
First, but
in D&D.
We're missing a blue-green creature? Sorry. I didn't mean to-
Either way,
But yes, Tortufu,
Are
you
you guys
do
gonna
see
go
what
in?
looks like snake hair.
oh, good, good, oh, good.
Fufu, you can go first, buddy.
Would Tortufu know what this creature is so fully?
I think it got mentioned before.
do any of us?
I think you mentioned it when you first came in here because y'all were worried about it.
Oh, yeah, I
We
think
were-
Seoza did.
No,
straight up think it was Seoza.
no, I think Sionia, you said something like about a basilisk or something, like something like a
I've been I've been talking about it a lot.
This
What?
ain't no basilisk.
No.
I'm gonna say right now, unless someone stops her, Valtari seeing someone and seeing that they actually notice them, she's just gonna go up to the front and start introducing herself.
Yeah, I will say, let's go talk to her. Let's go talk to her.
Into the room we
I-
go.
Yep.
As y'all start in, you see a magnificent room. But as you approach, you see the decor is oddly serpentine. Large serpent statues, and at the very end of it, tall serpent headed beings standing guard over the stairs up to the platform where the woman sits. And you see down where y'all are, there are a number of what looks like stone people statues.
Hi there.
Hello.
Valtari's gonna wait at the bottom of the steps and do a deep curtsy and bow and go, "Greetings, my name is Valtari."
Well. Look what has wandered into my den. What brings you here?
To be fair, we're just looking for an exit. You could help us out.
If you wish to flee, you may simply turn back. The doors are now open, as they say.
We're also trying to break the curse on this place so that it no longer ails those souls that seem to be trapped here.
No, I wasn't updated on that, but I guess that's what we're doing too. So
The souls that are trapped, as you say, are not as such. They are fools that thought to bind themselves to them, to this place and their master. A fool of a dragonborn.
Fair. What are you doing in here by yourself then? Are you not too trapped?
I was until very recently. Thanks to you, however, the bonds that fool of a Drake put in place have once again been broken.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to have been able to free you.
what's our reward then?
Well, I suppose that's a good question. In what do you ask of Sylvia?
Can any of us roll history on that?
Yep.
Sure. Sure. Roll,
I
roll.
still have disadvantage, but I'm gonna try.
But you don't
Where is
know
my
shit.
That's common for a Tartufo.
Don't get a lot of world history on a pirate ship.
Memvesh, the name tingles a memory. Old history that you've heard from far in the back. Far deep in the past. There was an empire. An early empire when man was first starting to grow, when the modern races. Seoza, you also know this. Oh,
1 second, I'm at disadvantage. It was being a dick. So I gave up on trying to roll at a disadvantage. There.
yeah, you do still know this.
Okay.
It was a ancient civilization made by the Yuan-Ti, in which some kind of serpent woman became a god queen and ruled with an iron fist. Very powerful. People would sometimes when she joined a fray, people would immediately just flee the field, not wanting it to earn her wrath. That is the level of strength that the Empress herself held during her reign. And she wasn't afraid to deal with the other nations. She cowed more than a few under her banner. But at some point during the Empire's reign, during the height of its power, something happened, and the Empress herself suddenly disappeared. It wasn't long before the nations began to fight for power, leading to a massive power vacuum. The wars were bloody, but it did lead to the kingdoms as they are today.
Well, at the mention of her name, I'll sort of take a little step forward and try to whisper to Val's ears. Hey, I think this person is extremely powerful and probably been around for a long time, so we should probably be careful.
Seoza whispers back to you. I recognize the name.
Do either of you two want to make a perception check?
Sure.
Yes, I do.
The disadvantage is coming.
That's copyrighted. Dun 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 dun. I hate how slow this is. There we go. Y'all both see that despite these stories that you have both held or heard about Sephira and her empire, she herself doesn't look as strong as you've heard in the stories. She used to be a beautiful, powerful empress, but now, while you see echoes of that regality, it looks like she's withered. Her time down here does not look like it was kind. If there is a chance to fight, y'all might have it. She doesn't look like she's at full power.
Was she considered good or evil?
Depending on who you talk to, she did do a lot for the development of magics and buildings. However, she did rule as a tyrant. and those that stood against her did not fare that.
Valtari is going to send a message to Arthur and ask to get a refresher on why they were coming to this mansion.
You know that they were there so Naveen could fight a ghost.
That was their only goal.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure they also were looking for, like, they heard that there was going to be treasure.
Yeah, that's why Arthur was coming around. He wanted to get some of the treasure to donate it.
And we can clearly see behind her, so.
I'm gonna use my one-way telepathy to also let Tortufu know about all this, and then afterwards shift. But I'm gonna mention that I am talking in their heads, and it's only one way. So don't act surprised or make any sudden moves.
So now that you're free, Your Majesty, what you gonna do?
I do believe I asked you a question first. What is it that you wish to be rewarded with? You have been a great to Silvera, and I will not see you walk away empty-handed for this. You
But
see
who's gonna
her
look
eyes
around?
flash dangerously, and your body seems to tense up, your muscles turning harder for just a moment.
And I'm assuming not in the way that Tortufu likes. Like, it feels wrong, right?
Not necessarily, it feels like you're tensing. Like there is a definite threat. Like your instincts are screaming danger. If you piss this woman off, you're in trouble.
Well,
It's
Tortufu
something you.
is gonna
It's
look
something
around.
you. Oh, sorry. 1 second. It's something you saw with your old captain a lot. They could change the mood of a room by just changing theirs, where they would take that air of command. You're getting the same thing from this woman. Standing against her will have consequences.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I know that there are some limitations because of the curse, but is Valtari able to bring it up in the sense of to ask for it to be broken, or is she not able to mention it at all?
No, you could not.
Damn. That's what I thought.
But Tortufu, you were saying something?
Tortufu,
Say.
yeah, Tortufu will look around the room. What do I see? Like, is there anything interesting to him? Like any kind of treasures or weapons, anything that looks like it
Early
could be asked for?
perception. You see behind the throne, high above, where two stone guardians stand watching. There is what looks like a large pile of gold and silver, as well as a few items. On one wall, there is also what looks like some kind of star chart, in which is surrounded by twin dragon heads, one made of silver, one of red.
A star chart, like something like like a sea captain would use to navigate.
You're not sure, but you do know what a star chart is.
Uh, if I may ask, Your Majesty, Tartuffe was saying this very respectfully, What's that? And I'm gonna point at the star chart.
She doesn't even look. It is a gift from the first draconic rebellion. From when that fool of a woman fought with her brother.
Tuva just like looks really confused.
Minthesh, can I get a religion check? Minthesh, you're familiar with this due to having being raised around this, but even from where you're standing, once Tortufu points it out, you immediately recognize the very early, early rendition of Bahamut and Tiamat.
Just to make sure I heard you right. You did say Tiamat, right?
Yes. I did, she did not.
Okay, yeah.
But you
I will
understand
definitely whisper that one.
the uprising she was
Go ahead.
talking about is one of the first times when Tiamat turned against her brother Bahamut, which led to their sibling rivalry and very big issues for the Draconic Empires very early in the timeline.
So she's been there for a while. Maybe she's answered, but I'll ask. Excuse me, Your Highness. How long have you been here?
Our era's untold at this point. That fool's family wished to bind me here. But the blood of that family has died out, and their wards are weakened. Now that the doors are open, I will be held here no longer.
Is
Okay,
there
thank you.
anything you plan? Oh, sorry.
That
What
was
were you
it.
saying, Beatus? Okay.
That was it.
Now that you are no longer bound here, is there anything you plan on doing?
The world has likely changed in my absence, and has forgotten Silver. It is time that it remembers, and it is put rightfully back into place.
Ooh, I don't like that out of character. I don't like how that sounds.
In character, Valtari, what exactly do you mean by that?
It has been a long time since the squabbling remains of my empire fell. It is time the children are brought back under the banner. Too often they argue and waste time, lives wasted when they could serve a better purpose.
And if they do not want to join?
Then they die like all the fools that stand. Or perhaps they make themselves useful.
Other than Shiv and Tortufu because they're in front of Valtari, anyone else will see Valtari visibly tense up in anger.
Theos is gonna put a hand on your back in a like calm, keep a cool head. You are also going to hear a whisper in Infernal, and it is just Nellie's name.
I need to check something. Do, 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 do. Hmm. So message says a creature. Does
Mhm.
that include like an animal?
Yeah. They might not be able to understand it. Depends on the creature's intelligence.
All right. Well, based on the fact that they have somewhat understood us so far, Valtari is going to use a message to Sir Fluffington and ask him to slowly back out of the room and keep Nellie out of the room.
You see Sir Fluffington is currently stone still. You can see their hair moving, so they're not petrified or anything, but they are spooked.
I feel like we're delaying answering the whole reward question a little long, and the Medusa might get a little angry about that.
I think the real question is where's everyone's alignment right now?
I'm chaotic good.
You
I don't
see,
want
she
I don't want
leans
pizza.
forward and looks down at Valtari. Do you think the squabbling children are left better to their own devices? Do you think the corruption that plagues this world is better than a guiding hand?
I think to take away people's choice in the matter does not make anything right. Yes, the corruption should be dealt with, but by taking away their right of choice and forcing them to do something or killing them is not the way to go about it.
There is always a choice to kneel or to fight. I will not let their honorable intentions go unwarranted. However, they know kneeling is the better choice, the safer choice. For if they stand, they most often put it ahead of the betterment of their people. So often they waste lives. So often
These
they wish to take and take. They do not care. You speak as if they are just, when I have seen what this era has become, and it is far worse. Children left out in the cold. She gestures back to Nellie. Tell me, is this the world in which you want? One where things are forgotten, gods are allowed to go unchecked, and greed is what leads men's hearts.
You say all that, and while I'm sure you think you have good intention, a tyrant would say the same thing if they think it will make people go on board with their choices. Whether your intentions are correct or not, the way you go about it dictates whether that is good or just. I agree that this world is not good and just, but there are people here who are trying to make a difference and to give
You,
away all option of choice.
you hear her laugh, a very cold laugh. You speak as a child. The way it is done does not matter. When you walk among the number of corpses that I have, when you see what the greed of men will bring, you will know that it does not matter. You may stand among the souls of millions, and you will hear their screams, and you will ask the only question that matters. In the face of their deaths, does your honor, does your justice matter? As you see, she has
Oh, she
stood up
steps
and
forward.
moving forward.
Yeah, Valtari's going to move forward as well. And she is going to say, "Oh, I heard what you said, but my brain did not register all of that speech. I apologize."
That's fair. How do you respond to it, though? And how does Tortufu and Shiv respond now that this woman is advancing on the pyramid?
Tartufu is going to stand his ground, and let it be known now. Tartufu doesn't like what she's been saying. Tartufu
Also,
has always
Tortufu.
believed in
Also,
freedom.
Tortuga.
Yeah.
Oh, she's taller than you. By a lot.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. A lot of people are taller than me, but is she wider than Tartufu?
No. But she is about 9.5 feet tall.
Yeah. Tartufu ain't shook. He's he knows he can get bigger. But Tartufu does not like what this lady has been saying. Tartufu has always believed in freedom of all things. You know, it's his goddamn ideal to, to be free, to be able to do whatever and do anything. That's what being a pirate was all about for him.
Fair. How's Shiv
And
doing?
hearing this woman talk about
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and hearing this woman talk about just like making people kneel and conform, he don't like it. Tartufu's grip on his hammer is tight.
Shiv, how are you
Well
doing?
done.
I am very prone to wanting to fight this, so I will have my hand on my weapon, but nothing really more than that. Hello?
Fair.
In regards to Valtari's response, she will look up at the being that just stepped off of the throne and go, "You may say what you want, and you may think you are just, but I will say what I want and think that I am just. And I think what you just said sounds like the words of a tyrant, not a just ruler. And I will not stand idly by and see another tyrant emerge in the world."
I have never said that I was a just ruler. I am most definitely a tyrant. But with that, tell me what is better? A world where fighting leads to death, or one where people have the freedom to grow, where opportunities abound and no one is found wanting due to their birth. You say you choose to choose, and yet you take away so many because they are not of the right lineage. So
Oh,
many find themselves unknowing because the education is too expensive, only made for the nobles, the ones of high. This is not something I condone. Every being has their way, and every being has their talents. These should be found and put to use. For the betterment of society. For the betterment of their own. She waves a hand. I need a charisma save from both Shiv and Tartufu. Tartufu's gonna fail.
Damn, Tartufu. Oh,
I'm too. Wait, what?
you failed.
God
Oh,
damn.
fuck.
Shiv, I need yours too.
All right. Do loading. So let me.
Shiv definitely fails.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing bad happens, just Tortufu and Shiv step back, opening the path for her to move past. Neither of y'all remember choosing to go that way, but you're now standing over there.
Has she paused enough to allow Valtari a response?
Yeah.
Okay. Valtari is going to look up at this woman unfazed, but with a face full of anger, and go, I understand. I've experienced that. I was cast out of the orphanage after my parents had given me up. Because I was a tiefling, I have a demonic heritage, so they say. But I was able to find a way to rise up because of the kindness of others, because they had the choice to do so. You say this world is corrupt, but there is still kindness in here. Who is to say that this world you choose to make will not cause that kindness to shrivel up and die?
I believe that your Dragonborn friend can tell you that. After all, I have a record.
Yeah, she's just glaring at the woman in front of her with a snarl on her face.
Fair. Then, Thesh, at the mention of you, do you say anything?
No, I'm trying to hold my tongue because I'm sort of agreeing with Valtari right now. And as she was walking up, I didn't do a sit there tongue. I sort of took a step up, not to like directly challenge her, but sort of to show that I'm clearly backing up Valtari. And I don't have a pretty face right now. I was like, I'm sort of somewhat.
So tell me then, you found these people that were kind. Would you not want more kindness? For kindness is a burden so many cannot give because they are burdened down by other things. When the world is calm and everybody is not wanting kindness and intuition flourish. The arts, the sciences, study and growth. Under a steady hand, they are allowed to grow. You say you were kicked out of the orphanage, and yet I have seen this. There were 2 others. Do you know where they went? When you turn to this kindness to grow past the means of what is expected.
Above table, what does she mean by the 2 others?
You're not entirely sure.
Okay.
But you do remember during your time there was a younger tiefling. They were kept in the orphanage when you left, and you're not really sure what happened to them afterward because you lost track of them, just because everything that happened.
Yeah.
But do you have anything to say about that?
Above table, I can't really think of anything, so the only thing Valtari will reply with is, "You may speak all you wish, but my mind is set. I'm sure yours is as well, so."
A pity. You would have made a good leader. Do your compatriots agree?
That is for
Would-
them to say. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just gonna ask, would Tartufo be able to move and speak still?
Yeah.
No?
She didn't, like, lock you down. It was a command spell to move you.
Tartufo will look at this tall snake lady. I
Oh.
agree with Altari.
I will need a short break. Something just came up. We will get right back to it, alright?
Okay.
We will come back at the 45-minute mark. Alrighty, unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, a issue has arrived, and we are going to have to end early today. I do apologize about that, but I hope you do rejoin us next week to continue on to see how the party deals with this strange and mysterious woman who seems to have more power than they're realizing. Toodaloo.